The ability to overcome fear is what defines courage, not the absence of it. It is a quality that enables us to confront our anxieties and go through challenges, be they mental, emotional, or physical. Since it allows us to take risks and push ourselves beyond our comfort zones, courage is crucial for personal development. At its foundation, boldness necessitates openness. It entails being prepared to put yourself out there even when you are aware that there is a possibility you could fail or be turned down. Although it can be unsettling, this vulnerability is what gives courage its tremendous power. Whatever form bravery takes in your life, developing it can make your life more satisfying and meaningful. When we think of this word, the first form of courage that comes to mind is physical courage. It entails being prepared to put oneself in harm's way, suffer, or be uncomfortable for the sake of a good cause or another person. First responders, such as firefighters, police officers, and soldiers, who put their lives in danger every day to help and defend others, are the most obvious examples. Regular people who step up to the plate in times of need, such as a stranger saving someone from drowning or performing CPR in an emergency, also exhibit physical courage. Physical bravery, though, can sometimes show up in less dramatic ways. Simple examples are defending oneself against bullies or refusing peer pressure when it conflicts with your morals. Physical bravery entails taking calculated risks when necessary and avoiding letting fear prevent you from reaching your objectives. Physical courage is a skill that may be cultivated through time with practice and determination, even if it may appear scary or unattainable to some people. The capacity to confront and conquer fear, doubt, and uncertainty is known as mental fortitude. It is one's inner fortitude that enables one to face difficulties, take chances, and venture outside of one's comfort zone. Everyone does not naturally possess mental fortitude. It takes discipline and practice. Being willing to question your own views and presumptions about yourself and the world around you is a sign of mental fortitude. It entails confronting your anxieties directly as opposed to avoiding them or allowing them to control you. Additionally, mental fortitude entails accepting accountability for your own ideas, feelings, and deeds rather than placing blame on others or offering justifications. Mental fortitude is more crucial than ever in the fast-paced world of today. We need to be able to adapt quickly and make difficult judgments with confidence since there are so many changes occurring all around us. Despite failures or roadblocks, mental fortitude can help us maintain our focus on our objectives. In the end, developing mental fortitude might lead to a more satisfying existence filled with advancement and personal growth. The ability to stand up for what is right even when it is not popular or simple is referred to as moral courage. It's the capacity to follow your principles and do what you believe in, even in the face of difficulty or danger. This kind of bravery requires practice and the readiness to accept chances that could be inconvenient or difficult. Standing up to bullying at school or battling for social justice in your neighborhood are just two examples of how having moral courage can have a significant positive impact on one's life. Although the benefits of moral bravery may not always be apparent right away, they might eventually increase one's sense of worth and meaning in life. You set an example for those around you by deciding to live by your moral principles rather than by society's expectations or peer pressure. When presented with challenging choices in trying circumstances, moral courage enables people to uphold their moral standards without sacrificing their integrity. They get the fortitude and resilience they need to maintain their convictions in the face of adversity. In the end, moral courage is a quality we all possess. It only has to be acknowledged and developed gradually through practice and introspection. Being able to stand up for your principles and ideals in the face of difficulty is a sign of spiritual courage. You must have the fortitude to continue on your spiritual path in the face of any challenges. Spiritually courageous people frequently have the ability to inspire others through their words and deeds because they have a strong commitment to leading meaningful lives. The ability to face fear squarely is one essential component of spiritual courage. We can achieve this by confronting our greatest fears and insecurities head-on and learning from them rather than avoiding them. When we develop this kind of resilience, we are better able to cope with the difficulties we face on a daily basis and in our spiritual lives. Overall, developing spiritual bravery entails having a strong sense of self, a firm dedication to our principles, and the courage to take chances in order to achieve our objectives. We develop more inner strength by remaining true to ourselves and trusting our instincts, even when it's challenging or uncomfortable, which can help us go through life with assurance and grace. A quality known as courage is frequently linked to eminent displays of bravery or heroism. But courage can also be observed in the little things that happen in everyday life. For instance, speaking up for yourself when you believe your boundaries have been broken requires guts. To try something new and venture outside of your comfort zone demands guts. And it takes guts to own up to your mistakes and apologize. In the face of difficulties and challenges, courage can also be displayed. It takes tremendous fortitude for someone who has lost their job to get back up and try again, just as it takes guts for someone who is ill to keep fighting even when they want to give up. Courage is also needed for everyday acts of kindness and compassion, like speaking up for a friend who is being bullied or volunteering at a neighborhood charity. In the end, having courage means tackling fear and uncertainty head-on, whether it be in the face of peril or just going about daily life. We may all learn to foster this wonderful attribute inside ourselves and have more fulfilled lives as a result by acknowledging the countless instances of courage that we see every day. Although bravery and fearlessness are frequently mentioned in relation to courage, the term has deeper meanings. It entails finding the courage to tackle obstacles head-on and prevail over them despite being uneasy or afraid. People with courage overcome their constraints, leave their comfort zones, and pursue their dreams despite the risks involved. Personal development is one of courage's biggest advantages. Individuals can build resilience and self-confidence by confronting their concerns. Additionally, they feel more in charge of their lives, which creates more opportunities. Additionally, courage develops mental toughness by showing people how to deal with difficulty in constructive ways. The development of connections is another advantage of courage. People develop trust and stronger relationships with others when they have the guts to be open and vulnerable in their communication. This kind of emotional fearlessness improves not only interpersonal relationships but also productivity in the workplace. Developing a bold mindset offers several advantages that can result in a more rewarding life on all levels, both personally and professionally. Mullah Yousafzai, a Pakistani activist who battled for girls' rights to an education in her nation, is one example of a bold individual. She persisted in advocating for education despite Taliban shootings and death threats, and at the age of 17, she was the youngest recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize. Nelson Mandela, a South African anti-apartheid rebel who served 27 years in prison before becoming the first black president of his nation, serves as another illustration. Even if it put him in danger of being imprisoned or hurt physically, he never gave up fighting against racial prejudice and segregation. Finally, we can look to unsung heroes who risk their lives every day to protect our communities, like firefighters and police officers. We are all inspired by their courage in facing danger head-on to be brave in our own lives and speak up for what we believe in. More than just a concept, courage is a way of life. It necessitates acting despite the dangers or repercussions in the face of fear and uncertainty. Stepping outside of one's comfort zone and meeting obstacles head-on with tenacity and persistence are characteristics of courage. Recognizing when one needs to be brave, whether it be to defend oneself or another, go after a new opportunity or ambition, or just face one's anxieties, is the first step in applying courage in daily life. People can overcome challenges and experience personal progress when they have courage. Acting courageously not only increases self-esteem and confidence, but it also encourages others to follow suit. But having bravery doesn't mean that you should ignore your fears. Rather, it means that you should acknowledge them while still taking the necessary risks. It's critical to keep in mind that courage can take many various forms depending on the circumstance. In the end, using bravery in daily life enables people to live honestly without letting fear prevent them from achieving their full potential. The importance of courage cannot be emphasized enough, in my opinion. It is a crucial quality that helps people confront their anxieties and take chances. People who are courageous may persevere through challenging situations and get beyond roadblocks that would otherwise prevent them from moving forward. Without bravery, it is impossible to succeed or transcend the ordinary. Being fearless is not what defines courage. Rather, it is the willingness to face one's fears and take action anyway. It necessitates a readiness to venture outside of one's comfort zone and meet obstacles head-on. Such bravery can guide people toward novel encounters, chances for development, and self-discovery. In other words, developing bravery within oneself can change one's life. By embracing this potent virtue, people can access newfound resilience and strength, empowering them to face any obstacle head-on with assurance and tenacity.